Hi, my name is Karen McLain, and I'm a member of the service team for the Catholic Charismatic Renewal in the Diocese of Scranton. I've got a short meditation for you today, and I was thinking about what to say. And I was thinking about mature Christians and new Christians, and what could I say that would apply to all of us. And finally I settled on the fruits of the Spirit. Now, fruits of the Spirit we find in Galatians 5:22. And we know what they are: love, joy, peace, forbearance. Some translations call that long-suffering. Gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, self-control. Some translations call that temperance, which I found interesting. If I temper my temper, I'm exhibiting temperance. Kind of weird things that words do sometimes. You know, I've known a lot of Christians for a long time, and they've known me. And there are many of them that I would say would tell you they have seen me exhibit fruits of the Spirit at times. There are probably equally as many who would tell you there have been times they have not seen me exhibit fruits of the Spirit. So what's that about? I've been a Christian for 60 years, and I still don't exhibit fruit of the Spirit? I thought about fruit, and I decided I'd do a little research. I'd look some things up about fruit, see what I could find. Fruit takes time. Now, you all knew that. You all knew that there are seasons for different fruits, things like that, that it takes time. But did you know that to actually grow an apple, to start, plant the tree, and grow an apple, will take at least 2 years. In the case of some species, as long as 5 years. And the apple's not the fastest or the slowest. It's actually one of the fastest, but it's not the fastest. The fastest fruit is actually the banana. Bananas take 9 months. Now, I'm not sure that they should really count, because they live in that beautiful tropical climate. They have wonderful weather all the time. So I think they have an unfair advantage. So that 9 months for bananas, I think they don't get to count. Others take longer. One of my personal favorites, sweet cherries, at least 4 years, and up to 7. The fig tree, that's one we see in the Bible. The fig tree takes 10 years before it will bear fruit. 10 years. Well, what happens during all that time? Well, the tree has to be cared for. It has to be watered. It has to be fed. We call that fertilized. It has to be protected. Maybe we fence it in so we don't run it over with the mower or step on it and just walk all over it. Maybe it has to be netted on top so that the birds don't come and pluck at it. Your fruit is no different. It does have to be cared for and watered and fed. It needs to be fed by the Word of God, by your own reading of the Bible and study, by hearing inspired teaching and preaching. That's the food and the water for our souls, for our fruit to be able to grow. We have to protect it. We have to give it an environment in which it can grow. And that may mean changing some things, changing the people and the places we hang around, because some places don't help our fruit grow, do they? Others do. We need to walk hand in hand with others in the faith. allow them to protect us, perhaps to net us a little bit and keep us safe and help us to be on that path to growth. Friends, fruit grows slowly. Fruit also doesn't just happen in many cases. It needs pollination. It needs the help of something else. In most cases, that's the bees. But in our case, it is often one another. One another seeing our struggle, seeing where we need help, taking us by the hand, praying with us, praying for us, helping us to walk that walk of faith. We need to not get discouraged when it takes a while. Like I said, 9 months for bananas, 10 years for figs. I don't know what meekness will take for you. I don't know what faith will take for me. And each of our journeys is personal. It's our walk with Christ. So don't be discouraged if it takes time. Another thing that I learned about fruit trees is that they have to be pruned. That means that their caregiver is going to cut them back by up to 2/3 of the branch canopy. They say 1/2 to 2/3 is to be pruned back, cut off, if that tree is going to bear much fruit. So when you're feeling tried and tested, that the Lord is teaching a hard lesson maybe, don't let that discourage you. Know that He is caring for you. The vine dresser is caring for you, helping you to be on a path that will bear much fruit. Another thing I learned about fruit trees is that even mature fruit trees who have borne fruit for many years can stop bearing fruit for a season or two. If spring arrives, the buds come, everything is flowering, it looks like it's going to be a wonderful harvest, and then a late frost comes. The buds die, they fall off. If they remain, they're stunted. And that harvest will yield nothing to perhaps very little and very small fruit, if it bears at all. You know, maybe there's a catastrophic event in your life, something that really sets you back, and you may bear fruit that's very little or bear no fruit at all for a period of time. How about a drought? In the case of drought, fruit trees can stop bearing fruit for more than one season. But if the tree has good, strong, deep roots, the tree will survive. And when the waters come back to it and refresh it and restore it and renew it, it will again bear fruit. That's the same for us. How about an illness? You know, it can really knock us back, really set us back, have us questioning our faith. But if our roots are deep and strong, and if we again come to the fount of living water, we will be renewed and restored, and we again will bear fruit. So remember John 15:5. He is the vine, and we are the branches. If we remain in him, we will bear much fruit. Remain in the Lord and bear much fruit. Like our page, follow our page. Let us know how we can pray for you. And may God bless you.